Good afternoon, Mr. Ito and Ms. Gutierrez. My name is Gutierrez. I'm a sophomore in Dimension Design, and I'm going to start off with my math and chemistry. So, this is my homework completion chart. As you can see, I did really well on everything except for homework number 6, and everything here was completed well because I turned in my homework correct and on time. So, and also on the notebook check, I had all of my homework glued in the right area, so it was easy for you to find. And this is my assessment score chart. This one wasn't the best. This one was on the quizzes. I think I did the worst on because it was like the first time I saw the content, and then on the test, I had already been used to it. So the quiz was just getting me ready for the test. And on the corrections, all of them were completed, completely completed. And the test part 1 and test part 2, the test part 1 wasn't really good, but I passed. So that's all I really care about is passing, but also getting a high score, which I got on test part 2, and I got a high score on that one. My grade improvement, some things that I did this semester to improve my grade was completing my homework and turning it in on time. Also, like completing homework, not homework, test corrections and quiz corrections. And my lowest essential skill and learning target is essential skill 2, and the learning target I'm going to be presenting on or defending is 2.4. This is my quiz problem. This is the 45, 45, 90 and the 30, 60, 90. And the formula for 30, 60, 90 is x, s equals x, and then the second one is h equals 2s, and then the third step is l equals x square root of 3. And for the 45, 45, 90, the formula is L equals L, and then hypotenuse equals L square root of 2. And here I messed up because I mixed up my formula, and the 2 was supposed to be with the x, not with the 18, so it was supposed to be over to get switched. And this one, I just did everything wrong in that one. This one I forgot like specifically what I did, but I know I messed up the equation. No, I had it right on the formula. I did it right, but when it came to the actual thing, I like hesitated on it, and I'm gonna show you my actual. Oh, and this one we didn't. This was before we learned the algebra, so like the algebra that comes after it. So these aren't the correct answers, but after this we have to do more algebra, so that's on this part. And this was on the test. This one was on the test, and the previous one was on the quiz. So the quiz one I got wrong, this one I got right completely. So on this one, this is where I did, so right here, when on the quiz I had 2 with 18, but on this one I had 2 with the x, and then it went to 18. So the other one was like not right, but it was like kind of going to what I wanted to do. I wanted 18 to be with 2 and 2 to be with 18. So I did that, and that's my thing. I put just like SQR for square root, but it isn't really good. And so for this, we have to do like the algebra, so the square root of this, so we have to like keep breaking it down until we got like numbers that couldn't get broken down anymore, and then we took that out, and then we added it to the problem again, and we divided, and I got n square root, not n, 9 square root of 2 for my 45, 45, 90, and then I had 6 square root of 3 equals y for my 30, 60, 90. Okay, so analyzing my semester, I currently have a C plus in math. I think I deserve a B because, like, I think I deserve a B because of how hard I work, but it doesn't really show on tests because on tests I still get confused. Like, they just, like, hit me so I don't understand it. And also, I turn in my completed homework and also complete my corrections. Now we'll be moving on to chemistry. I'm doing essential skill 1. So this I'm doing okay. So this is essential skill 1.A, and this is random molecular motion. So I did the solid, liquid, gases, and I put this. This is an example from our notes, and when it's a solid, they stay together and they just vibrate. When it's a liquid, they like separate and they slide past each other. And when it's a gas, they go like everywhere. Like they don't slide past each other, they just like go in any way. And if they're not vibrating or they're not moving, it's at absolute zero, which is 0 Celsius. And that's for 1B, gas laws, pressure, temperature, and volume. This is in this one we have to solve for the variables that they don't give us already. So in this one they didn't give us, let's see, they didn't give us P2. So we have to solve for P2, and at the end they you have to write what P2 was. So in this one, P2 equal to 2.5, and yeah. For 1C, standard temperature and pressure, one mole is 22.4 liters, and 22.4 liters is 1 mole. And this is my equation that I did. I did 4.5 mole times 22.4 liter over 1 mole equals 100.8 liters. Essential skill 1B is converting Celsius to Kelvin. So when you're converting Kelvin to Celsius, you subtract 273. When you're converting Celsius to Kelvin, so Kelvin to Celsius is subtracting 273, and Celsius to Kelvin is adding 273. And yeah, right here, these are 2 examples of what they do. So this one is when you subtracted 273 to the problem, and this one is when you added it to the problem. For your essential skill 1E, which is an ideal gas law, this one is similar to the combined gas law because it has like the similar format of it or formula, but not really. Because the other one you had like, I forgot what it was. So in this one it's like in one whole like line, and the other one it was like separated by multiplication. And so this one is by pressure, volume, or P is pressure, V is volume, temperature, or T is temperature, N is number of moles, R is ideal constant. And for this one, I had to solve for, this was on my study guide for one of the tests, or the test for Unit 1. And the question is, according to the ideal gas law, at what temperature must a 0.42 mole sample of oxygen gas be to occupy a 500 milliliter container at 5.0 atm? And so what I did was first I plugged in all these, so all these numbers to the right variable of it, and then I plugged it into the problem. So it came out 5 atm times 0.5 liters equals 0.42 mole times 0.082 atm mole. I forgot what I did there. Well, what my answer was, it was T, so temperature. Also, we were solving for, or I was solving for temperature, because they didn't give us temperature in the problem. So I put temperature equals 5x, or 5 times 0.5 times k over x, or no, over 0.42 times 0.0821. And that's it. Any questions?